I'm doing great, just trying to go through the last little bit of Heavensward, or as much as I can tonight. We're heading off. Where are we going now? We are going back to Thanalan, back to the Waking Sands. Oh, Baron says, most of what I was wearing was samurai glam came from Heavensward, by the way, since I heard the question. Oh, okay.
Okay, I figured that's what the design was, but there's some other dungeons that have like similar gear, but I wasn't sure.
I need to do like the Alliance raids for Heavensward. I want to do that before I go into Stormblood, and I want to do if there's like another big time raid thingy.
Yeah, you have, oh god, what are they called? You have Alexander for the raids, that's the Bahamut tier.
Okay.
And you have the Warring Triad, which are the trials, which there weren't any equivalents of those in Army Reborn that I'm remembering. And then you have the Alliance raids, which are the Sky Pirates.
Okay, yeah, I've heard about the Sky Pirate stuff. You gonna confess that you're the fucking dude with the mask? We have heard grand tidings from Ogoro Moro, my friends. By the grace of the 12, your valiant efforts, the people of Limsa may rest easy. I should think so, yes. Though we failed to prevent the Lord of Crags from manifesting, we did succeed in weakening him, enabling our friend to dispatch him before the Voice of Darkness could make matters worse. 'Twas by no means an unmitigated success, but we will have to suffice. Then let us speak of another matter, one which weigheth heavily on mine lady's mind. As thou didst request, I sought out the Giron oracles, that we might better understand the aims of the warriors of darkness. Though their copious use of allegory deferreth every single interpretation, the oracle paints a most disturbing picture, one of parallel worlds to our own, apart yet linked, reduced to ruin with every umbral calamity. 7 times have they succeeded. Then, of 10 and 3, only 6 worlds remain. Aye, all is as Lady Benfilia spake unto thee. As what becometh of those reflections when they and the source are rejoined. Frail flesh undone in umbral fires, each soul surrendereth to her call, unto the endless sea, there to endure as one and none. Then if the warriors of darkness succeed, everyone in their world will die? In essence, aye. The verse speaketh of reunification of the flesh, in subsequent return to the life stream. However, this faith yet be preferred to the alternative. For if the first were to fall into transcendent light, in the matter the voice of darkness described, it would give way unto void, wherein none may know either life or death. Far better to die, they reason, for in death there is life. The essence of a soul which returneth to the source may be born anew, saved. Such at least is their belief, I surmise. If true, then, gods, no one should ever have to make such a choice. Ere we speak further on this subject, I would share with thee another recent discovery. 'Twould seem that several sizable shipments of crystal have been delivered onto the hands of certain Alamigan parties. Of course, we gotta go back to Little Alamigo. Alamigans? Strange. And you believe this to be the work of the same Ishgardian smugglers who supplied the beast tribes? I knoweth beyond shadow of a doubt. Unless thou wonder at their motive, I would remind you that the Arceans did once attempt to bring about the summoning of Vralga. The individuals who took the receipt of these shipments are refugees belonging to a group devoted to the cause of Alamigan liberation. It may also interest thee to know that Ishgardian suppliers appear to be none other than the remnants of Ellen Ralin's network of spies. Surely you jest, and yet it is Not so surprising. Bereft of leadership and haunted by the Alliance, I can well imagine such villains being desperate enough to conspire with the Ascians. Assuming they even know or care who their new employees are. All of which is irrelevant. Forgive me, we must seek out the resistance group which can receive the crystals without delay. Losa, Alice, will you come with me to Little Alamigo? Yes, of course. I should like to hear what they have to say for themselves firsthand. May you walk ever in the light of the crystal. She's just staring at him. Oh, she's so not on board with this. Afano, Alice, Losa, are you three listening? Good, I have tidings. The Temple Knights raided the smuggler's warehouse less than an hour ago. A cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded confirmation they were in the employ of, I hope you're sitting down, a man in black robes. Then you have them, and the crystals too? What few remained, aye. Regrettably, it would seem they have dispatched one final shipment in the hours before we struck. 'Twas bound for Little Alamigo, we are told, where it would be received by members of a local resistance group. Since Sir Emmerich's men no longer have need of my services, I have mind to head that way. As do we, by happy coincidence. We have learned of the shipments but a few moments ago. Ah! And there I was thinking I might finally have been one step ahead of the Warrior of Light and her little helpers. Ah, wait a moment, there's more. And I defy you not to be surprised by this revelation. The leader of the Asgardian smugglers was formerly the employ of one Elaine Raleigh, the infamous Ivy herself. Once again, Thancred, I fear I must inform you that... Thancred, with whom else have you shared this information? About the smugglers? No one. As far as I've mentioned, the raid was less than an hour ago. I was planning to contact Y'shtola next, but there's someone else you would notify me first? No, there isn't. What in the world has gotten into her? It's twice now that I have sought Urianger's aid, and twice she has threatened him as if he were a stranger. The Archon was one of Grandfather's most dedicated disciples, and spent as much time at Livier's estate as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Truth be told, I struggled to recall a day from my childhood when I did not see the three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter. Later, though, Little Alamigo awaits. I need to bother you with the law. Alright. Is this still 3.4?
Yes.
Oh man, I'm not gonna get 3.5 tonight.
No, you will not. Not if you are losing energy.
Well, it's 7 and I have, work at midnight, or, 1. That's the main problem. I will get to the bottom of this. Forgive me, it's been a long day. Did you have something to say? Yeah, why are you so aggro on, yeah. Well, we know why, but... Urianger? Oh, I've always struggled to understand what's going on in his head. Now more than ever. Listen, Losa, if anything should happen, it should be me who... Just know that I'm prepared to do what must be done. Right then, to more pressing matters. As we have no idea when Thancred might arrive, I suggest we see what information we might gather in his absence. Let's see. Let's pray someone will be willing to speak with us about the resistance. Yeah, it's 7. I'm probably gonna have to call it right now if I'm not gonna be able to make it to 3.5.
You have one more stream and then you'll beat the patch quests. At worst, it might take 2 more streams, depending on
if I can
me
do it
forgetting
early.
how long cutscenes are.
Yeah. Okay. So that's gonna be the goal of the stream. To get through as much of it as possible. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish 3.5, but that's the goal. Also brighter. How do I look? Look okay? Look decent? Look look like a gamer? I got my anime shirt. I look a gamer boy. Hopefully I look a gamer boy. That's the idea. Be faster, get Stormblood. I'm fucking working on it. Between you and Baron and all those people popping in, but thank you. But thank you, Frenchie, for following. You have set us closer to the mainstream goal. 175, got 20 more followers. But thank you, man. Every follow helps. But okay, let's see. We just finished last stream. We dealt with trauma, of course. Child, parents dying, of course. The incarnata of a primal in the intelligence of a child combined into one malicious being. That was something. A lot of bad stuff. A lot of bad stuff. Dealt with more Warriors of Darkness stuff. Found out a little bit more information about them, and a little bit more about how the light's not like the best thing in the world. It's kind of just as bad in some ways. So yeah, that was a lot of lore in that one stream last time. All right, let's see. We are doing. I need to talk to Alfie. What do you want, Alfie? When we were free, Alphino is eager to get to work. Oh yeah, because we're trying to find who's shipping the crystals or what the deal with the crystals is. So that's the main thing we're doing right now. So to review, we are reliably informed that members of the Alamegan resistance operating here have taken receipts of several large shipments of crystals, our task being to ascertain who and why. Given the size of the settlement, I find it hard to believe that anyone here would be wholly unaware of the Resistance's movements. The challenge, of course, would be finding the individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. It would seem sensible to divide our forces. Losa, why don't you question the residents in the eastern half of the town? Alice and I will do the same in the west. And afterwards we'll rendezvous here to share our findings. Well, we should be good, because I remember back in the old AARR days, we helped out some of these boys not summon a primal. So maybe it should be easier for us to find information on this. He said eastern part of town, right? Oh, like, okay, that little area. Okay. Othelin, what are you talking about? The resistance? Damned if I know. It's not as if I'd been any use to them. Cough wheeze. If you set store by all these tales of secret weapons, good luck to you. But I'm too old for the masks of bedtime stories. This is our lot, and it's time we got used to it. The mask. Well, that has to be the guy in the cutscene. We saw at one point. So, down here. Let me guess, you come to join the fight, have you? No need to deny it, friend. You're not the first to answer the Griffin's call. While he's lit a fire in every Alamegan's heart, he's also inspired more than a few old Dons to pledge themselves to the cause. And little wonder the Galrians won't stop until we're all under the yoke. Okay, so the mask and the Griffin. I see you there, going around asking questions. Look for the Griffin in his lot, I bet. Seems they're all the talk of little Alamigo these days. Folks wondering what he's about, what he's got in store for the Galrians, and what's under his mask, of course. Some say he's hardly got a face with all the scars. Others reckon he's been marked for death by the Empire, and that they'd send a bloody legion if they knew he was here. Your guess is as good as mine. Okay, so I'm guessing the mask and the Griffin are either two separate people or the same. I don't trust people named Griffith after Berserk. Well, that was easier than expected. There's not a soul who isn't eager to talk about our masked friend. I suppose I'd ask you what you learned, but I think I already know. The Griffin seems to be the leader of a newly formed faction within the Resistance, the Masks. Yet, despite their growing popularity, no one seems to know much about them. Only they're the most aggressively militant group to join the movement in recent memory. Indeed, many claim their commitment to the cause of Alamegan liberation is unrivaled, but we can hope their revolutionary fervor is never channeled in the direction of a primal. Though I feel confident that this group which received the crystal shipments... This is the group that received the crystal shipments. We lack proof. Before taking any action, I would speak with the settlement's leader to confirm my suspicions, and mayhaps enlist his help while I'm here about it. Given that you and Gundobald are already well acquainted, mayhaps it would be best if you took the lead. Shall we? Yeah. Because I remember we stopped them from summoning a primal before. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to fight him fight him later. I'm not sure. Not would please me more than to be wrong about all this. To hear people speak of him, Griffin sounds like a man in his middle years. If that's the case, just what's he been playing at for the past 2 decades? If he's so devoted to the cause, why has he waited until now to do something about it? Unless, of course, he hasn't. It pleases me to see you again, Lossa, but I cannot help but wonder if I should be worried. I hear you and yours have been asking questions. The Griffin? Aye, I know of him, as we all do. He and his mask have become a leading fraction of within the Resistance. Though there was suspicion at first of his secretive ways, he quickly proved himself a charismatic and capable commander. Men are drawn to his passion and his vision. They truly believe that he has what it takes to lead them to victory. Even if I cannot help but admire the man for what he's accomplished. But I have not forgotten Wilred. I was blind to the dangers of his ambitions, and you were not. The Griffin will soon deliver his speech to the people of the sunken temple of Quan. Go and see him with your own eyes. Weigh his words with your own heart. How convenient. 'Tis a pity Thancred is not here to join us. You two go ahead. I'll stay behind and wait for him. Okay. Let's go see the speech. It has to be like all Stormblood setup if I'm right or wrong, right? Because I feel like since the major like conflict with Heavensward, you know, conflict so far has been like kind of resolved. Yeah, I feel like this is all setting up for Heavensward. Not Heavensward, Stormblood. Come on, Alfie. Has it begun already? I hear voices coming from within. Oh, it's in the instance? Oh, shit. Oh, wow. He looks cool.
Brothers and sisters, 20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire. In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled.
Let me take off the cutscene. There we go.
Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed.
So I don't...
This and I know each and every one of you feels the same.
This can't be... I don't think it's someone we've met before, though. It's someone new.
We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath gave out, building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountains. We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country, or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home. We abandoned them, the meek and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery. The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful.
So they're hinting at these guys potentially having the crystals. I guess they're going to summon a primal to attack the Empire? I guess that's their main plan?
You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny,
just shutting this coffee right
friends.
now. So I wake up.
Only we have the courage to stand and fight. They have imprisoned us. They have enslaved us.
All right.
And they have murdered us. But no more. blood demands blood, and the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our lands.
I'd follow dude with that glam. I'd follow dude with that glam.
I promise you, for we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Alamegan standard raised over the mountains of Gir Arbania once more!
A power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that. Wait, is that...
Is that who? What? Oh! Hey! The boy and the girl!
What are you two doing here?
The boy and the
Do
girl!
the same thing.
Hey! It's about fucking time!
Well, well, this is quite the surprise.
Well, their voices are completely different than what it used to be.
If you see what I see, if you feel as I feel...
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
For it is not strength of arms that will win this battle, but strength of heart.
Thank God. Thank God. I was missing Ida and Papa.